Good morning to all. Today topic is Roman numerals. Let's start now. Today let's us revise and understand more about Roman numerals. We know that ancient Romans used letters to write numbers. Even today, the building dates on monuments and public buildings is marked in Roman numerals, and we also used Roman numerals in clocks and watches. Here are the letters used to write the numbers. We already know that there are seven basic symbols to write any Roman numerals. Symbols call Roman numerals. Numbers call Hindu Arabic numerals. I represent 1, V represent 5, X represent 10, L represent 50, C represent 100, D represent 500 and M represent 1000. We need to remember three rules. Rule 1, rule of repetition. Rule 2, rule of addition. And rule 3, rule of subtraction. Rule 1 of repetition. Symbol I, X, C and M can be repeated 3 times at maximum. Hindu Arabic numerals, Roman numerals. 1 represent I, 2 represent II, 3 represent III, 4 represent III. But 4 we cannot write. Symbols V, L and D are never repeated. That is, symbols for 5, 50 and 500 cannot be repeated. Hindu Arabic numerals, Roman numerals. 10 represent VV. This is wrong. 10 represent X. This is right. When a symbol is repeated twice or thrice, its value is multiplied by 2 or 3 respectively. Roman numerals, Hindu Arabic numerals. M represent 1000. MM represent 1000 into 2 is equal to 2000. MMM represent 1000 into 3 is equal to 3000. Rule of addition. If a symbol of a smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of higher value, we add the smaller value to the greater value. For example, II is equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2. III is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. XI is equal to X represent 10, I represent 1. 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. XXI is equal to X represent 10, X represent 10 and I represent 1. 10 plus 1 is equal to 21. 3. Rule of subtraction. If a symbol of a smaller value is to the left of a symbol of higher value, we subtract the smaller value from the higher value. For example, XC. X represent 10 and C represent 100. XC is equal to 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. The symbols V, L and D cannot be subtracted from any number. 95 is equal to 100 minus 5 equal to VC. This is wrong. 95 is equal to 90 plus 5 is equal to XCV. This is right. I, X and C are used to subtract. There are just 6 combinations. IV is equal to 5. V represent 5 I represent 1. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. XL. L represent 50. X represent 10. 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. CD. D represent 500. C represent 100. 500 minus 100 is equal to 400. IX. X represent 10. I represent 1. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. XC. C represent 100. X represent 10. 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. CM. M represent 1000. C represent 100. 1000 minus 100 is equal to